This is all about AutoCAD 3D model and documentation. M10 slotted nut. This is what? Slotted nut. You have slots here. No? We'll check drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 slots. Okay, we have to model the 3D. I want to create this slope. No? Look at this. There's a slope here. See? I'll start from the beginning. Okay, from very basics. Okay, I'll open a new file. So I'll start with AutoCAD ISO 3D. No? So in my view cube, I'll go to the home view. And I'll set this to parallel projection. I'll right click and say set current view as home view. I'll go to the top view, then I'll check my drawing. I can find a hexagon. So the measurement I have is from here to here. It is 8.5. Draw tool, I go to the draw tool here, this one. I'll select the polygon tool and it's asking number of sides. I'll say number of sides 6, enter. I'll pick the center and I'll say circumscribe. See, now I'm getting what? Center of the sides. And then I need the measurements 8.5. I'll say 8.5, enter. Now I cannot see the object. It may be bigger or smaller. Okay, so I'll double click on the middle mouse button. So that is the first step. Now let's continue further. Okay, now I'll check my drawing. I have created this shape in 3D. Okay, this polygon. Now I need to create this circle. So inner circle, that is R radius 4.7. Center is same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle and I want to pick the centers. See, when I move my mouse, I'm not getting the center because in the object snap settings, the center is only for the circle. This is not a circle, no? So I need a geometric center. So I'll turn on this geometric center. See, now geometric center is what? On. Now if I select a circle and if I hover over, it will pick the geometric center. Okay, I can pick that. Then it's asking the radius. No? So what is the radius? It is 4.7. So I'll enter 4.7, enter. Done. Now we have two geometries. Okay, now I can start with my 3D. So what I'll do is I'll go to my 3D view here, home view. When I click home view, see it gone out. Okay, if I zoom out, see it is there. So what I can do is I can double click my middle mouse button. Okay, so my object will come here. Okay, see, or else you can say zoom extend, Z enter, E enter, zoom extend. Now I need to make this as home view. Okay, so I'll turn like this and I'll say set this as a set current view as home view. Okay, now even if I turn anywhere, doesn't matter. If I say home view, I'll get my object. Right, now I'll use my press pull tool. Okay, select press pull tool and highlight this area and I'm going to press pull upwards. I'm going to make this 3D, but what is the size? I'll check my drawing. The size is given here 12. Okay, extrusion height is given here 12. I'll say 12, enter, 12, enter. I have my basic 3D shape now. Now if I closely observe the drawing, okay, there's another circle. To that circular thing, it is flat. After that, it is sloping down. How much it is sloping down? 30 degree. I need to create the circle first. No? From here to here, diameter is how much? 17. So I'll come to my 3D model. My dynamic input is on and then dynamic UCS is on. So I can stick 2D geometry on that surface. Okay, so I'll select circle. I'll pick the same center and then diameter. I'll select the diameter option and what is the value? 17. Okay, I'll say 17, enter. So I have a circle. Now the thing is, after this circle there should be a slope. So I want to make a slope like this after this circle and I want to cut off this part. Okay, this red color part I want to cut off. In order to create that, I'll go to my front view. Okay, so in front view, instead of realistic, I'll go to the 2D wireframe. Okay, I can see the visual styles to 2D wireframe, right? And then look at my X and Y. I cannot draw a line here. Actually, I need to draw a line something like this in 30 degree. Okay, in order to draw a line on this face, so I want to align my UCS. So how to do that? Go to coordinates and if I drop down here, I can set my UCS to the view. I'll click this button, view button. Okay, then my UCS will align. See, X and Y is turned. Okay, I'll go to the 3D completed one. The idea is I want to create this slope. No? Look at this. There's a slope here. See, there's a slope. No? So in order to create the slope, I don't have the slope in my 3D. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a line and I'm going to make a surface, and using the surface I'm going to cut the 3D model. Okay, so that's my idea. Okay, now see, take a line and pick any point somewhere closer to this. Okay, any point, and I need to make 210. So from here to 210, simple way is what? You can use the tab key also. See, using the tab key, when it comes to the angle, I'll say 210 and press tab key, and the distance I'll make 6 approximately. I'll go to my home view, and all what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this end of the line to the quadrant point of this circle. I'll set my UCS to the world. Then I'll say M enter to move the line by holding this end point to this quadrant point. Okay, if you can't pick the quadrant point, check whether the quadrant point is selected. Okay, then you will be able to pick it. Done. That's all. So now that line is on that one. Okay, so I'll go to the front view. The front view, and then set the UCS to the view. Then I'm going to mirror. Okay, how to mirror? MI enter, MI enter for mirror, and select only this line, enter, and select this as my mirror line. Okay, mid of this line and mid of this line, and hit enter and mirror it. Right, now what I want to do is I want to increase the length a little bit. Okay, maybe we'll say another 2 units in that direction. So I'm going to do the same thing here at the bottom. Say, for that I'm going to use a tool called lengthen. Okay, in the keyboard I'm going to type LEN. I'm going to do LEN, enter, lengthen, and here we have an option called delta. No? I'll select the delta. The change in length is 2 units. I'll say 2, enter, 2, enter. Then you pick this endpoint. See, 2 units is increasing, and this side also 2 unit it is increasing. The idea is very simple. I'm going to go to the 3D view again, right, and then I'm going to make my UCS to the world. Okay, UCS to the world. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a surface to cut this geometry. Okay, so I'll change 2D wireframe to shaded. Okay, now you can see. So that is where I want to cut. So in order to cut, I'll create a surface. Say, I'm going to use the revolve tool, and I'll select this line and also this line. Okay, both lines. I selected 2 lines. So select revolve, select 2 lines and hit enter. Then it says specify the axis of rotation. So in order to select the axis of rotation, I'll select this center. Okay, then I'll move down or else move up. You can find my line is going along the Z axis. Now see what it is written, polar 9.3863 angle, and you have a Z mark. Now very important thing is Z. The distance will change. See, the distance amount will change, but as long as the line is in the Z line, if you click you'll get the axis. Okay, I'll click there. Now see, it is getting what? Surface is what? See, the surface is created. See, now how many degrees you want to rotate? 360. Okay, I'll hit enter to accept the 360-degree rotation. Now see, I have a surface going along that direction. No? Using this surface, I'm going to cut the nut. Okay, so the next tool I'm going to use is slice. Okay, go to solid, and here we have the slice tool. No? Select the slice tool, and you have to select the nut first. See, from the mid I can select the nut because this is the object I want to cut. No? I'll select it and hit enter. Okay, after entering you have a sub option called surface. Using the surface you can cut. I'll select the surface and then you select the surface. Okay, I'll select this surface. Once you select the surface, you have an option called keep both side. I'll select keep both side. Done. Now this is got cut. See, what I can do is now I can erase, select the surface and erase the top surface, and then if you select this one, see, that portion is a separate one. What I can do, I can select that top portion and I can erase. and I'll repeat the same process again. See, slice, select the nut, hit enter, select the surface option, and then select the surface and hit enter, or else you select the keep both side. Then after you can erase the surface, and then you select the bottom side here, see that option, and erase it. Done. Now I have the nut. The next step, in my 3D model, I'll change this to shaded with edges, shaded of gray, so that you can see better. No? Now I can find some 2D geometries. No? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select like this. Okay, it's not a window crossing window selection, it's a window selection. Okay, blue color window, not completely, half of that. So all the geometries are selected now. Then press delete. The 2D geometries are gone. I'll repeat the same thing at the bottom like this, and see only the 2D objects are selected, and I'll hit delete. Now purely I have the 3D model only in my model space. So what we have done is we have created the regular nut. No? See, you have modeled this one now. So this is the slope that we have done. No? See, okay. So what you have done is the normal regular nut. Okay, simple. Now if you check your drawing, this is not a regular nut. No? It says what? Slotted nut. Why we say slotted nut means here you have a slot. See, there's a slot. Okay, so you have to cut this portion. Okay, now if you check the 3D, see what I have created is the regular nut. Okay, now we'll check the drawing. Now in this drawing here we can find the dimensions or sizes of the slot. Okay, that is 3 by 4, and there's an arc also. Okay, dynamic input is on, and then I need to turn on the dynamic UCS. Okay, then I can directly create a sketch. I'll select a rectangle. Okay, I can create on this surface. Now see, when this surface is highlighted, I'll create a rectangle, and here I'll give the measurements. Okay, what is the measurement? 3 by 4. So I'll say that is 3 and press tab and say 4, enter. So that is the 3 by 4. Here we have a mode setting called selection cycling. I'll select the selection cycling. Then if I select, it will allow me to select. Okay, select the 3D solid or polyline. No? I'll select the arc. I'll select the start, center, end method. I'll start from this side, start, and this is the center, and this is the end. Right? Now I have an arc. Now this object, I'll select the polyline, and I'll say X, enter, explode. That is exploded. Now I'll select only this line, and I'll erase it. So after doing this, now these are pieces of geometries. Now see, I have separated individual lines and arc. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select like this using the blue color window. That is window selection. Whatever the elements completely inside the window will be selected. Okay, done. So only my 2D geometries are selected. Now I'll say J, enter. Now what happened is if you select this element, so that is selected as a single element. See. And here now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one. Okay, I'll select the move tool and select this geometry. Okay, when you select, it will give you the option because the selection cycle is on. So I'll select the polyline and hit enter. Now I'll pick the midpoint of this geometry at the top, and I'll place somewhere here. See, end point. Done. Now I have my geometry. Now what I can do is I can extrude this. Okay, so when you are extruding, okay, I'll select this 2D profile polyline and hit enter, and I'll extrude in such a way that it is coming a little bit. Okay, see, not like this, little bit inside. Okay, a little bit inside like this. Okay, you can come somewhere here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do polar array. See, I'll go to the modify tool in the home tab, modify tool, and here we have in array option. I'll go to the polar array, select the polar array. I'll select this object and I'll hit enter. Then it will ask, okay, the base point. Okay, in which base point you are going to rotate it. Okay, so I'll select this center point. Okay, if you don't find that center point, you just keep your mouse on the circumference here, then you will get that center point. Okay, I'll select that center. Okay, then it gives the default 6 numbers. Okay, so actually I need 6 numbers, so I'm not going to disturb the number of items. Okay, and remember, I don't want to make this associative. If the associative it is on, you turn it off. Okay, then you can say close array. Okay, close array. Now the next step is very simple. Okay, all what you need to do is subtract. Okay, so I'll go to my solid tab. Under solid tab, here we have subtract. I'll select the subtract. Say it says select the objects, so I'll select the nut. Okay, I'll select the nut and hit enter, and then I'll select all these parts. Okay, this one, and I'll select this one, this, and this object, and this object, and then hit enter. Okay, now you are getting what? The slotted nut.